Man, they just don't make them like they used to anymore. Am I right, man?
You're right, man. I mean, tell me about it. I'm gonna run to the store real quick. Do you want anything?
No, man, I'm alright. I actually just got a drink from the store, so I'll be good.
Gotcha, man. Then I'll see you here in a second.
Damn, I need a snack or something, man. What the hell? What the hell is that about? Damn, that thing is hot. What the? It's pulling me in! Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Damn, dude, I totally forgot my keys.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Oh shit, you're in the game!
Yes, dude, I know that. I'm the one in it, bro.
Hey man, anger's not gonna solve anything.
Oh, yeah, bro. Sorry, that's my fault. It's not like I'm stuck in a video game on some 2012 Disney Channel original movie type shit or anything.
I hear you. 1 second, man. Someone's at the door.
Don't leave me here, bro. We need to call the paramedics or like the Geek Squad or somebody.
Watch your step. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there you are.
Have we met before? Or...
Oh, how rude of me. Sorry. I'm the CEO of Activision, and I got a notification that someone got sucked into one of our old games, so I came here right away.
You get notifications about that kind of
Oh
stuff?
yeah, I get notifications about all sorts of things. Usually it's just someone getting their information stolen because we refuse to update our old games so that people can continue playing them. But when I heard that somebody may have tampered with our game, you know, I had to get here and fix that expeditiously.
Oh, yeah, well, I appreciate that. That was fast as hell, though. How the hell did you get here so quick?
Secret billionaire stuff, but I got a text. Oh, okay, yeah, go right ahead. But anyways, I was just on my way over here to hand you a cease and desist, but thankfully you're not trying to mod our game, you're just stuck in it forever.
Thankfully, I'm not very thankful right now. Get me the hell out of here, dude.
Well, you see, I could let you out, but I'm going to need you to do a little something for me first, right? See, I heard you complaining about the new Call of Duties because, you know, we tapped your phone because we thought you might have modded the game. So I just kind of want to hear what you think would be better, bucko.
All right, that doesn't seem very fair to me, seeing as I'm the one who got, you know, swallowed into this thing. But firstly, I would change...
See, I know you, buddy. You're Prathedawg from YouTube. Like and subscribe. I'm going to need you to put me together a little YouTube video talking about it, and then maybe I'll let you out of there.
How the hell do you expect me to do that? Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Listen, it's no secret that Call of Duty sucks balls right now. And because of that, we're going to dive into something a little different from what I usually do here on this channel. Forcefully, I might add.
Nope, I didn't like that. Start over.
So if you take a gander at all the videos on my channel, you'll see that the reason why I even initially started this channel was to talk about and vent about the new Call of Duty. And if you look further, you'll see that I've covered Call of Duty a few times on this channel, but I really haven't had an interest to do that as much recently, mainly just because of the state of the franchise as a whole. I mean, they're pretty much fully cooked right now. They're basically in a sinking ship with a bunch of holes poked into it, screaming, "Ah, help us, save us, save us!" Not him. Don't save him, he's in the files. But it seems like as of late they've made the wrong decision at every single turn, leading themselves to the point of no return for many people such as myself. Multiplayer is basically a casino disguised as a first-person shooter. The campaign doesn't know what it wants to be. It only knows that it doesn't want to be a Call of Duty campaign for some reason. And while I may not be the biggest fan of modern zombies, I can at least point to it as it being one of the only decent things left about Call of Duty, and is definitely the only thing keeping Bobby Kotick alive right now. No, but in all seriousness, the reason why I brought this up, besides being forced to by the evil Activision overlord, is because everyone knows COD sucks. Everyone knows why it sucks and how it got here, but oftentimes we neglect to talk about what can actually be done to save the franchise. And so that's what I'm being forced to do today.
Okay, that was more like it.
I'm here to present you with two possible solutions. One that is much more likely and less in-depth, and another that is much more in-depth and will be more akin to a reboot of the franchise. So without further ado, let's jump into this wild and wacky ride, shall we?
Nope. That sucked.
The boring method. Ah yes, the former of the two options is up first, and I have aptly named it the boring method. The reason why I named it the boring method is because this is something that I could legitimately see them doing in the future, and would serve as more of a method to recoup from the absolutely abysmal schedule they've put themselves on lately. And this method would mainly be used in order to shake things up while still hanging on to the same flawed, in my opinion, business model that they've fallen in love with ever since Modern Warfare 2019. We here at Activision hear you, and we will no longer be doing predatory gambling loot boxes designed for children, and instead we will be making $20 extremely overpriced skin packs designed for children. To put it simply, remasters. Remasters, okay? I know you Activision devs hate hearing that stuff, right? But just hear me out, okay? I believe that if Call of Duty wants to keep a similar model to what they have right now, being that each studio kind of helps each other develop every single game, they should instead take 2 years to develop a new Call of Duty game and release a beloved classic remaster in the off year between. Meaning that if Modern Warfare 4 has to be the next Call of Duty game to come out, the one after that wouldn't be Modern Warfare 5 or the next Sledgehammer game. It would instead be a remastered beloved classic such as like World at War, Black Ops 1, or even the original Modern Warfare 3. This solution solves two problems. First of all, these back-to-back releases of games within the same franchise have basically just been using the deceased skin of older, better Call of Duty games as a lure to get people to buy the game that they really didn't have much time to work on. Modern Warfare 3, to its shepherding time, was Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops 7 was clearly an homage/spiritual successor to Black Ops 2. Thus, using my strategy, you could get the same effect of marketing a game like Black Ops 2, except avoid a lot of the backlash because the people you're marketing this game to already know they're at least a little bit interested in a full-on remaster of a game they used to love. And if you remake these games as faithfully as possible, that would lead into the second half of this equation, in that it would get rid of the massive amount of backlash they get when they do these homage games. Same marketing potential, less risk. Also, this gives the studios more time to work on their new games, and if you insist on each studio helping each other out on every single game, then I would do it like this. Give the devs the extra year, let Treyarch work solely on zombies, let Raven and maybe Infinity Ward work solely on the campaign, and then let Sledgehammer do solely the multiplayer. Sorry, Infinity Ward, you're kicked off multiplayer after that skill-based matchmaking BS. I don't ever want to see you touch a multiplayer Call of Duty game ever again. You hear me? Thus allowing each studio to focus on their one game mode and do it to the best of their ability with an extra year to work on it for good measure. I believe this would help decrease the workload on each studio and give them a clear vision moving forward. Okay, sorry if that sounded like a PowerPoint presentation to a bunch of board members.
I liked it.
So yeah, that's the boring method, and that would probably last about 2 to 3 years before they ran out of remasters, then started absolutely shitting down their leg because they can't release a new Call of Duty every year and instead have to settle for 120 billion instead of 150 billion.
I don't really know the numbers, but it's okay because it's not that kind of video.
Anyway, now that I've thrown that out there, we can get to the real meats and potato of this video, and the real reason why I was excited to be forced to make it in the first place. My ideal Call of Duty. Oh yeah, baby, take a ride with me as I paint you a vivid picture about my future for Call of Duty. Now, if this is ass, feel free to cook me in the comment section below, or you can just leave your own ideas down there. Just saying. Anyways, let's get wacky. Let me cook, okay? So let's get over the formalities first, okay? Let's talk business before popping the champagne, all right? If you know what I'm saying. Okay, we just gotta release whatever's ready first, which is probably Modern Warfare 4. And then from then on, no more cross-studio shit. Y'all figure your own stuff out. You're big boys, okay? If we gotta do some remasters to buy ourselves some extra time, we can, but the point is we gotta get back to the 3-year dev cycle. It was working good before Sledgehammer royally messed the whole thing up, but that's no excuse to get back to it if everyone can handle their business now. Okay, step 2. And this is where it gets a little wacky and scary if you're a shareholder. Okay, well, it's better than releasing Black Ops 27 a few years from now and nobody plays it, everyone just clowns on it, and you're basically just a laughing stock that's bleeding to death. You go full reboot. Modern Warfare is over. Black Ops is over. I love Black Ops, but it's run its course. Now, mind you, Treyarch can still make games like Black Ops, but the Black Ops series itself is done. Part of what made the old Call of Duty games so cool wasn't necessarily the separate series. That was more so a byproduct. What made it so cool was that even though each game played pretty similar to one another, each studio had their own style that set it apart. Black Ops was dark secrecy and over-the-top violence and even a horror edge in some areas, whereas Modern Warfare was more of a blockbuster political thriller with world-ending stakes. Nothing was a secret. The whole world knew what was going on all at once. Look no further than Infinite Warfare, Infinity Ward's next foray into a new story after Ghosts, which itself fell into that same description. Infinite Warfare was the Modern Warfare formula turned up to an 11, an interplanetary political thriller with lovable NPC side characters and an even grander scale. It was only when Modern Warfare 2019 came out and everyone glazed it for being realistic in one mission that Activision was like, yeah, actually, every Call of Duty has to be like that now. Nay, I say, it's time we give these developers back their autonomy and allow them to fulfill their creative visions without having to be beholden to a overlapping Call of Duty cinematic universe, but Godzilla's in it this time. This means everything including zombies is getting rebooted. Listen, zombies gameplay and design is cool, but if you're telling me you love the story, you need to check yourself into a daycare because you require permanent adult supervision. Sequels to legacy games is cool, and that could possibly drum up some business if that's what the studio wants to do, and that's what really matters. But no interconnected universes between studios. Each studio has the right to do their own individual universe, or even not do a universe at all and just do more one-off cool stories. Listen, I know some people are going to hate, but I'm there for Advanced Warfare 2. I'm there for a continuation of the Infinite Warfare zombie storyline, and I'm even there for a new Extinction game mode.
You what?
Honestly, shoot me. Don't shoot me. DMZ? Take it or leave it. Am I right? But the point is freedom for the devs. No restrictions on what they can do whatsoever. But this isn't in itself enough to fix the problems. See, they go down to the roots. How do we fix these rotten systems that have dragged COD down to the lowest depths that it has ever been? Well, first and foremost, let's start with the matchmaking. No more skill-based matchmaking. No one likes playing in a casino. No one likes the illusion of feeling like they're good at a game only to get thrown to the wolves the moment they start dunking on players around their level or worse. It should go without saying, but that's what ranked is for. Listen, with normal matchmaking, sometimes you're gonna get shit on. Elden Ring is an extremely popular game, and that goes to show that the average gamer is okay with getting their cheeks clapped a little from time to time. Pause. It allows you to improve at the game and actually feel a sense of progression rather than just having to constantly throw up events and challenges that have your player base do meaningless tasks in order to inorganically drive up engagement. Make actually playing the game the replayable part again, not the stuff within the menus. There's still a place for that. Everyone likes a good camo, right? But that should be a supplemental system, not one of the core foundational aspects of the game. And no more Warzone mechanics outside of Warzone. I'm not even going to comment on how I feel about Warzone mechanics, but it's time to spice things up either way. 3, and most importantly of these underlying systems, cosmetics and microtransactions.
I like the sound of that.
Okay, I know I just said it's going to get wacky, but it's about to get really wacky. It's time for a complete overhaul. The bundles suck ass, and in a way, they're driving away players. The Battle Pass is ass and should have stayed in flippin' Fortnite. Excuse my French. It works in Fortnite, not Call of Duty. And 2 new microtransaction systems are put in to take their place. 4 DLC packs, just like we used to get, and the patent-pending COD cash system. See, the Fortnite model does not fit in Call of Duty. It worked a little bit at first, but the corrosion from it is deadly. It's time to move back to the old way. It provides devs with the funds without having to focus too much on bundles instead of the actual product. It re-incentivizes making an excellent add-on to the game, because now you have to make something worth buying. And I know a lot of people hate on that, and they're like,
oh, you're just a truther, you're just a paid DLC truther.
And I may be, but I also think that despite some of the good stuff that happens with free paid DLC, there's no doubt that they are not beholden to deliver us certain things. That's 2 beholden usages in this video. Don't you feel lucky? Meaning that certain seasons are going to let us down more than others, and certain things may not be included at all. In turn, the paid DLC route would increase the amount of time, effort, and planning put into each expansion. No one's gonna buy a map pack that comes with the Tomb, 3 multiplayer maps we've already seen remastered 20 times, and a limited time game mode. You see, Call of Duty was never meant to be a live service game. It was a fun first-person shooter that got support for a year and different things added onto it in an effort to make your investment worth it, and would hopefully, in turn, become a game that is timeless. And now they may even see that idea as a bad thing, as it could possibly take sales away from the next Call of Duty. The next solution provides a possible remedy to this problem. All right, kids, class is in session. Welcome to the COD Cash Crash course. Patent pending, of course. COD Cash is a replacement for COD points, which is not only a terrible system, but has since been linked to Jeffrey Epstein and also shares an abbreviation with something that guy probably really liked. So due to this controversy, we will be pivoting. However, COD Cash is not the same as COD points. See, COD Cash is an in-game currency that can be earned through competing in ranked games, ranked tournaments, prestiging, completing in-game challenges, running through the campaign, higher difficulties, faster times, etc., and completing Easter eggs or getting to higher rounds in zombies. And you will earn this cash at a decent rate as to incentivize people to play through the game more. You can then compile this cash to spend on camos or in-game cosmetics. Yes, no more in-game store and no more loot boxes either. This cash can also be used to purchase different kinds of gobblegum, essentially using this system from this video that I'll link in the description. This guy nailed it. That's perfect. It essentially gives different prices for different rarities of gobblegum, leading to the risk reward of having to pick between a less OP gobblegum but getting more of them, or getting one of the more extremely OP gobblegums but having to save up more and get less of them overall. However, in-game events aren't the only way you can earn COD cash. See, you can buy them with real money on the store as well. This shouldn't provide an issue as you're only earning cosmetic items and gobblegums. However, those are already for sale on the store. The earn rate for this would be slow enough that it would be pretty difficult to get 2 legendary skins in a short period of time, thus leading individuals to spend money on COD cash if they really want another skin, since they spent all the COD cash they earned on another skin they really liked early. Having gobblegums and cosmetics use the same cash system also helps, as it further stretches how far your COD cash can go, possibly incentivizing people to use real-world money to buy skins, as they'd rather use the COD cash they earned in-game on gobblegums. A legendary skin would cost about $20 worth of COD cash, or you can instead choose to save up that money and get it for free just over a longer period of time. The real money option appeals to people's sense of instant gratification while still giving players who want to dedicate time and work to get these things an avenue to be rewarded for investing that time.
I think that's gold, but what do I know?
You've now diversified your revenue stream while still allowing players to engage with the system without paying money whatsoever. It's rewarding for the people who want to spend money and those who don't, and will allow devs to spend less time on cosmetics, as it can be earned for free just over a longer span of time. The real moneymaker is the DLC and Season Pass, as long as you're putting a good amount of effort into the said DLCs. Okay, for the most part that covers the underlying systems, right? But let's get into more of the specifics, the nitty gritty, right? If I ran a dev studio, what kind of Call of Duty would I make? First up, the campaign. While many may clown Call of Duty campaigns nowadays as nothing more than a marketing tool, I posit that we leverage that and use this opportunity to set the tone for the entire game. I would do a more Black Ops style story, right? A spy thriller leading to a shocking betrayal, or possibly even the protagonist having to split off and go lone wolf, or even create a new faction leading to uncovering secrets about the corruption within the current government. The campaign should look to be more like war/spy movies than actual depictions of war, or whatever the hell this is. But once again, it's up to the devs, right? It's worked before with World at War. Like, you can be realistic and pretty dope, but I'm just saying, this is what I like. Boss fights should be used sparingly, as the fun of the story is moving through an action-packed set piece, possibly using the environment to vanquish your opposition in unique and creative ways. As quaint of an idea as it is for Call of Duty games to be non-linear, Call of Duty should have linear level design. However, choose your own path stories are completely acceptable. Unique choices that can later impact the ending of the game. However, if you're gonna do a alternate ending type deal, you need to have more than 2. That's not a choose your own story, that's a play from our story and pick between 2 endings at the very end story. Multiplayer once again is covered in a lot of what I already said. Pick 10 or Gunsmith is fine, either way, it's whatever the devs want to do. No skill-based matchmaking. Advanced movement, if you want to. I personally would, but you don't have to. I've already covered most of my thoughts on multiplayer, so before moving to the meat and potato, the big show, as some may say, I want to touch over one thing real quick. That is kind of multiplayer, but it's more of a separate thing than that. Bring back Headquarters from World War II. A hub in which players can meet and walk around in, trade items, play 2v2s, or different small, fast games. This probably wouldn't happen because kids do play the games, but maybe you could even put COD Cash on these little 2v2s as a fun side mode. However, you limit the amount in which you can bet, so individuals who spend real money on COD Cash can't just come in and put a truckload on a given game. Like 3 separate totals, a small, medium, and large total, with the large being about what it would cost to buy an epic skin. And most importantly of all, an in-game shop where you buy skins and such. You're telling me this wouldn't be way better than the slop-ass looking page we got right now? Imagine walking into a shop and there's mannequins wearing highlighted skins that the devs have chosen, as well as gun blueprints up on the wall, and even a section towards the back called the Rolodex, where you can look through all the available calling cards for purchase. And even a section called the back where you can go look at the bundles that aren't currently being displayed, similar to how COD does it now. You could even do the same thing with the armory, vaulting all the previous gun skins that are no longer on display. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I sound crazy, dude, seriously, but this sounds baller AF to me, dude. I'd be on this shit all day. Now moving on to the final bit of the video, my pride and joy. Call of Duty Zombies. Now, it's probably no surprise to all of you out there, but we are done with that loadout BS. Starting pistol, old point system, old health system. Not only does the new system remove a lot of the danger from the game due to the amount of hits that you can take, especially at such an early round, but it has also removed a lot of the intimidation that used to come with boss zombies in previous games. Thus pushing devs in the direction of bullet sponges, as you are no longer really afraid of what the boss zombie might do to you. One thing we will be keeping is the augment system. This is a good system that leads to a sense of progression outside of the main round-based gameplay. I understand dying and losing everything could be really frustrating to new players, so this helps as you at least gain something through playing. However, the 4-perk limit is back, along with the stipulation that each map must have enough side quests to allow players to get all the perks if they are willing to put in the work for it and learn the map. The beauty of the perk limit was not in its limiting nature, but the feeling you got when you broke past this limit. You felt as if you were getting one up on the game. Weapon kits like Black Ops 3 and 6, you can attach whatever you want onto each gun from the menu. Wonder weapons both buildable and in the box, but ideally at least on one map, you will have it to where the wonder weapon is only accessible through the box, thus promoting hitting the box, which has nearly gone extinct nowadays. I always point to Gorod Code. Black Ops 3 largely had the same problem in that the box was kind of useless and nobody hit it up until Gorod Crovey came along, giving you a reason to hit the box over and over again, making it once again fun to hit the mystery box with the wonder weapon being in there, along with my next point. Map-specific weapons. Not all weapons need to be on every map. Some weapons can be placed on certain maps and left out of others as to spice up intra-map uniqueness. When new weapons are added, they are only available in the zombie map of the given DLC pack. Maybe the ones after it, or maybe not, but the variety makes it fun. I saw the other day they were actually adding this on the new Zombies map for Black Ops 7, so that's a really great change, and I hope they continue that, as that's one of the funnest parts of Zombies, is each map feeling like a completely different experience. Difficult Easter eggs with bosses akin to Black Ops 6. Not every boss in Black Ops 6 was good. I'm looking at you. Yes, I'm looking at you. But when they hit, they hit. But the Easter egg should be more akin to Black Ops 2/Black Ops 3. Building things out of the environment, retrieving items, and occasionally doing lockdowns and such. More focus on puzzle solving than kill this amount of zombies to get this thing and move on. And speaking of Easter eggs, what about the story those Easter eggs tell? Well, first and foremost, the dev studios should be allowed to make the kind of zombies that they want, and the story and atmosphere that they want. Funny and campy, scary, intergalactic, alternate history, it's all great. It's just whatever they want to do most. But what I would do is lean hard on the alternate history angle. A new story with new characters that are uncovering a massive conspiracy that feels like it could have happened but the government are covering it up kind of thing. And possibly move into mythological explanations later down the line in a way that doesn't involve time travel or dimension hopping. Don't get me wrong, I like that stuff, but it's time that we do something different. okay? Look up what Jimmy Zelensky wanted to do with the Vril, and you'll see what I mean. A self-contained story, Hollow Earth, or like something along those lines. Essentially, a dark conspiracy theory come to life about the government trying to raise the dead. Whether for practical use or the doing of a madman with no other intentions but to toy with the world and try and play God. Only to find that there is a greater power beneath that is really pulling the strings. He's just merely pulling the stitches of a wound, hiding something beyond human comprehension. The crew is tasked to stop this, not to kill it, but to seal it away to where it belongs and prevent it from taking over the world, as well as prevent the general population from becoming aware of it. The crew then bonds over time based on their shared knowledge that they can never let anyone else know of. So essentially, fighting off hell. Finally, we move away from the story and back to the systems. Bring back Monty's factory, where you can buy gobblegums. Ideally, it would be kind of a similar thing to headquarters, but I can understand if that would be hard to do 2 of those in a single game. But if you are going to do it, make it cool and zombie themed, you know what I'm saying? But if we can't do that, then a Monty style factory would do. Newton's cookbook should also come back, but with a limit of how many you can do per day before you have to start spending your COD cash. Also, I just wish they were more involved with the Easter egg hunts with the community, like providing the team that actually won the world's first with like cool merch and stuff like that. Think like a WWE or UFC championship belt, or like a sick ass trophy that's themed to the specific map that they got the championship on. Okay, you happy now? I think I made a lot of really solid points and...
Josh, I liked your idea, Josh.
Really? Thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
Obviously, you don't know the first thing about video game development, but still, it's the thought that counts.
Well, I've watched a couple behind-the-scenes development videos on YouTube, not to brag or anything, so I know a little
I'm
bit.
gonna stop you right there, homie, before you piss me off for real. I can get you out of here. I literally programmed the game.
Oh, thanks, Ghost Jason. You really do that for me?
Of course, Josh. Just please do a little more than watch a behind-the-scenes COD developer deep dive next time.
Yeah, my bad. I'll watch like a pirate software stream or
actively tell
something
people
next
not
time.
Okay, get the fuck out of here. Damn.
What the hell, bro? You were supposed to let me out. Sorry, bro. You moved on from the microtransactions. I just got bored. Sorry. Okay, well, fair enough, I guess. But what the hell, Zach?
I didn't think you were talking to me and my social battery started to die. I thought you were just talking to him.
Dude,
Really?
just save it, bro. Well, are you at least going to use some of my ideas? Oh, no, not at all. I was kind of just joking, but then I was going to let you in on it, but you just kind of kept going. You were going so fast. I just didn't want to interrupt you, and I just felt bad. Okay, well, still, I was stuck in your game for like 22 minutes. What the hell do you have to say about that? Yeah, that's a good point. What if... No, stay with me here. What if I hooked you both up with 10,000 COD points?
Yay!
Just kidding. But this is how some of y'all for real be acting. No, but in all seriousness, guys, thank you so much for watching. I was looking to get this video out a little bit quicker than normal, but I was actually on vacation. So that kind of prevented that. So sorry about it, but hopefully you liked the video still. Obviously, I'm a huge Call of Duty fan, my favorite game growing up. And, I just got to be honest and say I'm a little bit disillusioned at this point. And I know a lot of people out there are too. Modern Warfare 4 recently got revealed as I was making this video, so that's why I didn't really touch on it a whole lot. But I think my video kind of just still stands where it's like, gotta wait and see what they're gonna do. There are tons of things that they need to change in order to win back my favor, and I'm sure a lot of you guys' favor too. So fingers crossed that they improve on what they're doing, but I'm not necessarily holding my breath either way, right? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. More videos coming out soon. I'll probably do just a shorter, chiller video talking about the new Modern Warfare 4 and just other stuff coming down the pipeline that you're not going to want to miss. Because if you like Halo... But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments the things you'd change to Call of Duty in order to make it a little bit better and hopefully just bring back what once was from this great franchise. Because let's not get it twisted. It was a great franchise, but unfortunately, they've kind of lost their way. But let's hope that Modern Warfare 4 fixes it. But do not pre-order the game. Okay, have a good day. Bye.